And the Check A Pro radio show starts now.
I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living.
Hey, everybody. It's Check A Pro Joe. Welcome to my show, the Check A Pro radio show. It is so great to have you here today. Hey, I want everybody who's listening to listen up if you consume water. I know that sounds like a silly thing. However, the water here in the Jacksonville-St. Augustine area could be better. So I brought on a guest here to the Check A Pro radio show. His name is Tom Nolan from Lickety Split to talk about our water quality and how we can make it better. Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good, Joe. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, I'm living the dream. Thank you so much for joining me today. My listeners and I really appreciate this. It's so important for us to take care of our homes. This is a home improvement show, but also ourselves. And I don't get to talk to a lot of home service professionals about their own health. It's usually about the home's health, like a new roof, a good foundation, getting the, siding cleaned, or working on the plumbing or the HVAC system. But we're going to hit two things at once. We're going to be talking about how to extend the life of your appliances, how to have to clean your shower doors less, how you're going to have better smelling clothes and softer clothes, and how you may extend your life. All right, so let's talk about the water here in the Jacksonville-St. Augustine area. Could be better, right?
Yes, could be a lot better. The Jacksonville-St. Augustine market has some of the hardest water in the area. We have, the average grain of hardness per gallon in the Jacksonville-St. Augustine market is up to 20 grains of hardness.
What does that mean?
Just to put that in perspective, anything over 6 grains, those are the minerals inside the water that come from the earth, right? So anything over 9 grains is considered extremely hard. And the average grains per gallon here is actually 20 grains.
I want everyone to listen up because Tom has brought a deal to you, my listener, today. This is fantastic, but only 10 of you are going to get this. It's a limited offer. You can't find this deal on the Lickety Split website. Feel free to go there, but you're not going to get this. This is a special Check A Pro radio show offer today. Number one, you can get a free water test. This is ordinarily $189. Absolutely free. There is no obligation. I'm going to give out Tom's number. Call now, 904-606-1776. That's 904-606-1776. If you didn't get the phone number, don't worry. We're going to be giving it out throughout the hour here on Check A Pro Radio. Again, 904-606-1776. But not only are you going to get a free water test, which, Tom, that's going to help people understand their hardness level, correct?
Yes, it'll give them their hardness. It'll give them the impurities that are in the water, the chlorine, things of that nature.
So not only are you going to get the free water test with all of that, if you need a water softener, you're going to get a fantastic deal. Tom, can I talk about this? Because this is an unreal deal.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, because like I said, this is unreal. Tom has a quality water softener that he sells for $6,995. I've asked him to come to the radio program today and offer the best deal he can for you, my listener. $2,000 off, only $4,995, or $59 a month.
Yeah. We have a 12-month no interest, no payment plan. So you could buy it today and not have to pay for it for a year from now.
So 12 months, no interest, no payments, $59 a month. You want to pay cash, only $49.95. But wait, there is more, because you're going to include a whole house carbon filtration system as part of the water softener. It's combined, which is a fantastic thing. By the way, everybody, I have that in my home. I have got the water softener and I've got the carbon filter that is part of the system. So when the water comes in, it gets soft and you don't smell the chlorine and the chloramine and all that bad stuff, right? It smells normal, like a bottle of water would smell, right?
That's right. A carbon filter is going to remove all those man-made impurities. The softener removes the hardness, but now we have all these things that they disinfect the water with. And when they do that, they leave byproducts, right? And something like trihalomethane, which according to the EPA is carcinogenic, right? So if you don't have a carbon filter, then your body becomes the filter.
Yeah. We hear that a lot. We hear that with water, and we also hear it with air filtration in your home. If you aren't filtering your water, you are the filter, and you don't want that. The body's amazing, though. It does filter things out, but you want to be able to have it pre-filtered so your body doesn't have to worry about these free radicals that are coming into your body. You don't want to end up getting cancer or other problems. There's a lot of bugs in the water. Speaking of that, we talked about the $2,000 off the water softener and the whole house carbon filtration. $59 a month, $2,000 off. But Tom is offering a reverse osmosis under sink water drinking system. So an RO system, reverse osmosis, that takes like almost every little bug out of the water before you drink it. So the whole house water filtration system, the carbon filter, that's great for water everywhere. When you take a shower, do your clothes. But if you want to get the best water, you can have your own water filtration plant at your sink with an RO system, reverse osmosis. $1,795, $1,795, free today if you purchase the water softener. This is getting better and better. Talk about the advantages of having an RO system.
Well, an RO system is actually the only way to get purified water. So, when you buy bottled water from these water companies, right, that's what they're doing. They're purifying the water. The problem with that is that they're putting it in a plastic bottle. And those plastic bottles can actually leach into the bottle, and then you end up ingesting it.
Exactly. They say that the average person has, I've heard this, I don't know if it's true. The average person in America at a certain age has as much plastic as a credit card in their body, which I find hard to believe. But I'll tell you something interesting. I have decided to not buy the water at the store in the plastic bottle anymore. And I use my reverse osmosis system at the sink, which is very convenient for my drinking water. But even when I'm making my tea or coffee, I'll use that water first. It's almost free, right? So let's explain how inexpensive it is to produce your own filtered water. You have to pay the city for the water, or if you're on a well, that water's coming in. That water's next to nothing. It doesn't cost much per gallon at all. You can hardly measure a gallon of water in terms of cost. It goes through a filtration system. There's multiple filters in this reverse osmosis system. And now you have basically the same purified water you would buy at the store in a plastic bottle. It's not spring water. There's a difference. There's purified water and spring water. When you buy that water in the store that says purified water, that's just city water that they've run through their reverse osmosis system, and they sell it to you.
That's right. All they do is run it through the same thing that I will put underneath your kitchen sink, which you'll have a separate tap for, and then they put it in a bottle. But again, like we said, the bottle is the problem, because then it leaches all kinds of impurities back into the water after they purified it. So the only way to get true pure water is with an RO system. The carbon filter and the softener is going to remove the minerals and all the man-made impurities, but the only way to get true pure drinking water is to run it through an RO system.
Okay, it all starts off with your free water test, a $189 value, absolutely free. Only 10 of my listeners are going to get this. Here's the phone number, 904-606-1776. Again, 904-606-1776. That is the phone number to get your free water test. That's where it starts. However, only the 10 people who call for the free water test will be eligible for $2,000 off the water softener, not $69.95, only $49.95, or $59 a month if that's what you'd like to pay. That includes a free whole house carbon filtration system. Your whole house is going to have better water. And then on top of that, under your sink in your kitchen, you're going to get a reverse osmosis system absolutely free. It's a drinking water system. You can use it for your tea, your coffee, just drinking water. You don't need those plastic containers anymore, those plastic bottles that you buy at the store. You also save a lot on your back. Those 32 bottle packs are pretty big, right? That's ordinarily $17.95. Tom's brought the deal. It's free today if you buy the water softener. Tom, I'm going to run through some math here because it's phenomenal. I mean, this really is about a half price deal when you do this. So it's $69.95 for the water softener, $2,000 off today. So it's only $49.95. You're going to give them a free reverse osmosis drinking water system valued at $17.95 and the water test valued at $189 for you guys to come out. So that's $3,984 off for a net value of $3,011. So this is a no-brainer. But you know what's even better than that is you can get all of that for $59 a month.
That's right. We set up special financing with a partner that, and as a matter of fact, when you call in to set your appointment, make sure you tell them you want to take advantage of the financing. The call center representative will be able to take your information over the phone and get you pre-approved before we ever come out.
Lickety Split is a fantastic home services company right here in Jacksonville-St. Augustine area. Call now, 904-606-1776. Again, 904-606-1776. When we go to break in a few moments, that's when a lot of people call. So the number of 10 callers is going to go down. It always does. Always, Tom, by the end of the program, there'll be no more offers left. This is the best offer Tom has ever offered to my listeners on the radio program. It is phenomenal. Call 904-606-1776. If you're driving, do not drive and call. Okay? Pull over and call 904-606-1776. Let's recap this before the break. Going to get your water tested for free. Ordinarily $189, absolutely free. One of Tom's technicians is going to come out and they're going to use a water test that only they have to test hardness and impurities in your water. You're going to save on bottled water if you buy the water softener, by the way, which in many cases you'll need, because you're going to get a reverse osmosis drinking water system for your kitchen. And that is phenomenal. I've got one of those. You're not going to smell chlorine anymore because you're going to get the whole house carbon filtration system. It's fantastic. We're going to go to a break right now. Once again, here is the phone number, 904-606-1776. When we come back, Tom and I are going to talk more about having better water.
Missed part of today's radio show? No problem. Go to checkapro.com to hear the podcast of all our radio program. Checkapro.com.
Checkapro Joe here. Did you know that our water in the greater Jacksonville and St. Augustine area just isn't up to par? We have hard water and contaminants in our water. If you're not sure about your water quality, now would be a great time to get your free water test from Lickety Split. Ordinarily $189 today, absolutely free. There's a limited amount of these, so you must call now, 904-606-1776. Once again, 904-606-1776. If you think your water is hard, if you're replacing your appliances on a regular basis, if you have that chlorine smell in your water, call now to get your free water test from Lickety Split. Only a few of my listeners are going to get this today here on my radio show. Call now, 904-606-1776. Again, 904-606-1776. And back here on the Checkapro radio show. They call me Checkapro Joe, and I've been doing this for about 20 years, helping my listeners get connected with pre-qualified home service professionals. These are the best ones we can find. We check insurance, licenses, and references on all of our contractors. And today I've got Tom Nolan from Lickety Split. You probably heard about Lickety Split, a big home service professional provider here in Jacksonville-St. Augustine. Tom, welcome back.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it is so great to have you here. Thank you so much for offering this to my listeners. A lot of people don't understand the state of their water, and they presume that the water that's coming out of their tap is safe because the government is supplying it. This is municipal water, and it's being supplied by the government in most cases, unless you have a well. And if you have a well, don't tune out because you need to listen even more, because in many cases, your water needs to be treated even more than what the local government does. I'm going to give out your number again, Tom, to make sure that everybody who's listening has a chance to get one of these offers. It's 904-606-1776. Again, a little slower, 904 606 1776. We started off with 10 of these offers, the free water test. There's only 8 left. So you've got to call now, 904 606 1776. So when you go into a house, Tom, and you turn on that tap in the kitchen or the bathroom, in the laundry room, before you even test the water, you can often smell what smells like swimming pool water, can't you?
Yeah, you can smell the chlorine, and not only that, you can see all the scaling and buildup of minerals, right, left on the fixtures and in the sink, the ring around the tub, the ring around the toilet, right? We can see all those things. We can see it on our dishes because, scaling is the buildup of minerals after the water is gone. It also causes a lot of stress to our water heaters.
Oh, that's a great point. So for those of you who have a water heater that sounds like it's going to take off, it literally will bang if you have too much sediment. So actually, believe it or not, if you were to have the water heater taken out and you'd have a professional open up the bottom of it, you'd see what looks like rocks in there. Yeah, and that water heater, Tom, as you know, can be at least twice as heavy often after it's pulled out. Maybe it's been in service for 8, 10, 12 years, and it's had hard water in the home. There's a sediment. And what happens is when the water heater heats up, this isn't always dangerous. But you want to have this looked at, by the way. So when the water heats up in your water heater, it starts to rumble, literally can shake your house.
That's right. Yeah, because in the bottom of it, it's got 2 elements in it. And the bottom element of the water heater typically ends up being submerged in scale and minerals. So therefore, that also reduces the efficiency of the water heater. It takes much longer to actually heat the water up. So when you find yourself running out of hot water, those are the things that is causing it. Hard water causes all kinds of damage to your appliances in the home, the hot water heater, and it could even possibly void the warranty on the water heater, especially tankless water heaters, because they don't have a tank. So that then the hardness actually scales up and jams up, the flow of water through that tankless water heater.
I've heard some people say, hey, Joe, why do I have to replace my dishwasher every 3 to 5 years? I'm like, you shouldn't. You should buy a quality dishwasher and put quality water through it. If you're putting hard water into your dishwasher, number one, your dishwasher isn't going to last as long. And number two, you're going to get etching on your glasses. It's not good for your dishes. Things come out spotty. And you don't necessarily need to buy these after products at the store that say, hey, add this to your dishwasher with the detergent to get rid of spots. No. Let's start at the beginning. Start with better water. Right, Tom?
Yeah, let's fix the real problem, right? We use all these different solutions and soaps and lotions and all these things we apply to our body and things that we apply to our appliances in order to be a Band-Aid on top of the real problem. The real problem that any plumbing call that I get into my building, and we book hundreds of calls a week, caused by hard water, right? It causes the water heaters to malfunction. It causes the shower valves to fail. It causes fixtures to fail, toilets, and then, it also does a lot of damage to your ice maker and your refrigerator. So, it'll build up in the drains. People's drains will back up because, when you got an older home with cast iron pipes, causes a lot of corrosion to the pipes themselves.
Yeah, you don't want your house to have a stroke or heart attack. I was listening to you, Tom, and I was thinking about what my doctor says. Instead of putting you on that cholesterol medication to make sure that your internal pipes inside your body are open and we want to have good blood pressure, why don't we work on the diet? Isn't it the same thing? The diet of your home should be good water.
Yes, that's right. So yeah, if you got hard water, you're going to destroy all your appliances and fixtures over time. You're going to replace those prematurely. It's going to cost you more money to operate your water heater. It's going to shorten the life of it and could potentially even void the warranty.
Everybody who's listening, call now. There's only 8 of these offers left. If you've just tuned in, you're like, what's going on? I'm hearing some good stuff about water. I think I've got a problem with water at my home. Good news. You can get your water tested for free today by Lickety Split. $189 ordinarily, free today. You've got to call right now, 904-606-1776. 904-606-1776. I'll be giving out the number again. But not only are you going to get a free water test, complete water test to find out what's in your water, how hard it is, and if it's a recommendation for you to get a water softener. If you need the water softener, this is a quality water softener for not the $6,995 normal price. I asked Tom to bring a great deal to the program, and he did. Only $4,995, which is just $59 a month. All right, you can pay cash or finance it. 12 months, no interest and no payments. Tom, that's incredible. No interest and no payments for 12 months.
That's right. We got that special financing set up with a partner. All you got to do when you call in is say you'd like to take advantage of that financing, and our call center representatives will be glad to take your information and get you pre-approved before we even come to your home.
So you got to call now, 904-606-1776. Not only will you get the $2,000 off or $59 a month for your new water softener, this includes a whole house carbon filtration system. So if you smell pool water, chlorine, and that type of thing when you take a shower especially, you're in the shower and you've got it warm, hot water, and it smells like chlorine, which isn't good for you because once that then gets hot, and it turns to steam. Now it's not only on your skin, Tom, you know that it's going into your lungs.
That's right. But with that carbon filter that's included with this, that takes out all that chlorine and chloramine, which is what they use to disinfect the water. I don't know about you, but if you're, for all the ladies out there that spend a lot of money getting their hair colored and spend a lot of time at the salon, the last thing you want to do is come home and wash all that product out in your shower with this harsh chemicals and stuff that comes through the sink and the shower head. So our carbon filter can remove all those impurities before they get on your skin and get in your hair.
Yeah, you don't want to change the color of your hair. And like you said, a lot of ladies and some men spend a lot of money on their hair today. And you certainly don't want it doing funky things. Here's the phone number, 904-606-1776. We talked about the $2,000 off the water softener. We talked about the whole house carbon filtration system that you're going to throw in as part of that system. On top of that, a reverse osmosis under sink system, an RO under sink system. It's basically a new faucet or tap that is installed by Tom and his team. Underneath your sink, there's this filtration system. It's just like what the big water companies do that put it in that purified water. You're purifying your own water with the city water or the well water you already are bringing into your home. But instead of being afraid to drink it like you are ordinarily from the tap, you're like, wait a second, this is going through a multi-stage system underneath my sink. By the way, Tom gave it to you for free. You can drink it without worry.
That's right. We put that RO system right underneath your sink. So with the carbon filter, it actually provides clean water, but it doesn't purify it. So in order to drink it, we need to purify it. But that's what those bottled water companies are doing. They're just taking tap water, they're purifying, they're putting it in a bottle. Problem is now we have the bottle and the bottle leaches impurities back into the water.
Yeah. So at home, when you get your reverse osmosis system for your drinking water, make sure you don't put it in plastic. Put it in your glass or your ceramic mug, cup, glass, or put it in, a metal aluminum type travel mug. But don't put it in plastic. That's one of the things I want to talk about. You do not need to put any more plastic in your body. You do not need to buy more plastic water at the store. You're going to get an under the sink reverse osmosis system absolutely free when you purchase your water softener. Now, you don't know if you need a water softener. That's fine because Tom and his crew come out and check this out for free. He says it costs $189 ordinarily. For my listeners on the show today, it is free. Free. A free water test. I'll tell you everything about your water. Call now, 904-606-1776. Oh, I must say, there is no obligation. Tom and his team are going to tell you what's in your water. It'll be up to you to make a determination if you want to continue living like that or not. If it's bad, if it's good water, Tom, you're going to learn something because a lot of the water in our area isn't that good.
Yeah, I would say anybody who's on any kind of municipal water, like I said earlier, the average grains of hardness per gallon is over 20 here. Anything over 6 grains per gallon is considered hard. We'll come out and we'll test that and you'll know where you're at.
All right, call now, 904-606-1776. We'll be right back right after this. Stay tuned.